Anytime we can get a win at our home court again, I think it's great for us. And I thought Stonehill, who's tremendously coached by Chris Kraus, and we told our guys don't worry about the record because they're going to come ready to play, and they did that, and they changed the game in the second half and really slowed us down. And I thought we kind of bought into that, by taking some quick shots that allowed for them to continue their rhythm on the offensive side of the ball. But I really thought down the stretch, especially at the 3-minute mark, our guys really stepped up on the defensive end, got some easy baskets, and then Nate McClure with a huge three to double our lead from 3 to 6. Off a great pass from Luke after he was doubled in the post. So big plays from our guys, and again, pretty good team effort.
Felt like Luke was really making things happen with his playmaking today. How important is his passing to what you guys do on offense?
It's tremendously important. I mean, our forwards really play a big part in our offense and the movement of the ball. And anytime that our forwards can go for 6 assists and 1 turnover, that's going to be big for us and the efficiency of our offense. So I thought not only did Luke have a good game scoring the ball, but sharing the ball as well was something that he did a pretty good job of today, which has been a good development for him.
During that scoring drought, what was Stonehill doing to kind of stifle the looks that you wanted to get, and how did you break out of that?
I don't really know if what they did took us out of what we wanted to get. I thought we kind of fell in love with the jump shot a little bit, and the quick jump shot. So we missed a few, and then all of a sudden we were just taking one pass shots instead of working the ball to get to the basket. And I think we kind of fell into that trap a little bit. The pace of the game was in our favor for a long time. So for us to, kind of slow down and then take quick shots out of rhythm, I thought it just kind of took us out of the rhythm that we had leading up to that. So they did a good job, and then they were scoring on the offensive side too. I thought our offense kind of dictated the way our defense played, which is not how we're supposed to do things.
When you guys really needed it, you did buckle down on defense, forced a long scoring drought for Stonehill, and kind of got a lot of turnovers in a row down the stretch. What was the message during some of those breaks, just kind of getting through and playing defensively through that stretch?
I think, at the 3-minute mark, we just all kind of looked at each other and we said, if we can get 3 stops in a row right here, that'll take us down to about the minute mark. And, we got to get some scores in there as well. If we can get a stop and a score to start, which we were at 5 points, I think it was. And then they scored, we hit the 3, and then we got 3 in a row. So for us to get that, it kind of sparked us and got us over the hump. But we all talked about it, and we understood the assignments that you needed to execute on, and they did a good job of that.
Have you had a conversation with Chris after the game or before the game?
Yeah, I mean, I can't thank Chris Kraus enough for what he did to jumpstart my career and giving me a chance to be a volunteer on his staff. Was something that I'll never, take for granted. And he's just a tremendous coach, and you learn so much from watching his teams play, but also an even better person. He's selfless and somebody that any program is very lucky to have, and Stonehill has a great coach on their hands.
Stonehill last year was towards the top of the league in their first season. Now you guys are right there towards the top of the league in your guys' first season. Is there kind of like you're taking after Chris?
I think anytime anybody can have success, you want to try to mimic that type of success, right? Especially in your first year with transitioning. The NE10 schools have had pretty good success transitioning up, with Merrimack and Stonehill. So for us, that was our goal, to be in the top half and fighting for a home playoff game. And with Stonehill, they've had a lot of injuries and a lot of people go down that were big pieces to their program. So, their record doesn't indicate what type of team they have.
Nate, when you look at Darrick Jones Jr. returning in this game, it looked like he had more than, it says 4 offensive rebounds. It feels like there was more, just how he played around the rim and how he created opportunities and also milked that clock down the stretch for you.
Yeah, Darrick's just, a different type of player that we can throw out there. He has tremendous skill in shooting the ball, but also being able to attack the rim and athleticism, crashing the boards. And, when Darrick's active on the glass, he's hard to stop. He's big, he's physical, and He's a powerful jumper too. So if somebody nudges him, he can still get above the rim, which is a luxury that we have. And I thought Darrick, I just kind of talked to him at the beginning of the day when we knew he was coming back, and told him, don't worry about your jump shot, don't worry about the offensive side, just do the things that are going to get you on the floor and keep you on the floor, which is rebounding and defending. And he did a great job today.
When you look at the fact that, celebrating 75 years of men's basketball here, to get a victory, to see a bunch of alumni come back, for you to be a part of that as well, just what this entire day means. Obviously, the victory is the cherry on top of this Sunday, but to see all of that history on the court, including Kai being able to have the ball handed to him from the guys that had the record before.
It's a special day all around. Obviously, like you said, the win's just a cherry on top, and us being able to have all the alumni back and, having everybody from all the years, I think is so cool, and I love seeing them come back and be proud of Lemoyne men's basketball, and being proud of our program and what they were a part of too, getting the program to this point. There's been so much success over the years and in the 75 years that we've been here, and they've all been key parts to it, and the people that weren't here are as well. So for us to have everybody back and to celebrate a win here at Ted Grant Court, and having certain people being recognized, before the game, I think it's just an atmosphere here that can continue, and it's a special place here at Lemoyne.
Do you feel that on your shoulders when you stand on that sideline, just the history of Lemoyne, you being a part of such a historic moment and becoming a Division I program? Do you get a sense for that at all, and a sense for just the importance of the role that you take and all of the history that came before it?
It's a great honor to be the head coach here, but being a small part of the 75 years is also fun, So for me, it's just a bit of pride that I carry around with me, and understanding the torch that we're trying to carry forward. So, we continue to push the needle forward with our program and the way we do things that, I think it makes our alumni proud. I spoke to a few of them before the game, and, everybody just talked about how much fun they've had watching our team this year. And, it's always good to hear that, because, you're doing the right things, and those things are starting to show.
Noreen Morris shows up, the NEC commissioner. She's in the house today. Obviously, President Dr. Linda Lemira is here. Bob Beretta is at all of the games. Just what it means to have the leadership here and the representation from the NEC today to make sure that they were a part of the day.
Yeah, I'll start with Noreen. The NEC's in good hands. She's brilliant, mind, and does a great job with our conference. And with the realignment of everything, it can get hectic, but she never seems to waver. And anytime you talk to her, she's got a plan, and she's got that business type look on her face. But man, she's a very sweet lady, and we love it when she's here on the Heights. And then, our leadership team here at Lemoyne is second to none. Linda and her energy that she brings, just anytime she steps in the room, the energy level is already bumped up, times 10. So that combined with Bob Beretta and the direction that he's taking our athletics program, I think Lemoyne's in great hands, and the NEC's in great hands as well.
Lastly, from me, Luke Sutherland, you said last game that he's the centerpiece of the program. He had 23 points to match his jersey today. Just what it's meant to you to see him evolve the way that he had, from Siena to Bryant to coming here when it was Division II to elevating to the player that he is right now.
Luke puts in the work. It's great that he's here, but a lot of the times with our players in the development, it's really how hard they want to work at it, and how badly they want it. And Luke's put the time and effort in, and, he's had some injuries and setbacks along the way, but he's really never wavered on his work ethic and how much he gets in the gym and watches himself after as well. So, his success is no surprise here, but it's awesome.
Thanks, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, well, gentlemen, this day celebrates 75 years of men's basketball at Lemoyne. To get a victory on that day, knowing that there's a bunch of alumni that were here to watch you, the NEC commissioner was here, Noreen Morris, just what it means to be a part of this day, to be a part of the program, and to get a win.
Yeah, 75 years is it's a pretty cool feat. So to have a lot of the alumni in the gym was, I mean, it was awesome. And granted, I wish we won a little more comfortably. We kind of put ourselves in a hole that game, but no, I mean, it was a lot of fun today. And to your point, I mean, I think we had a really good showing, and hopefully we did enough to kind of get some of these people back in these seats. So.
Derrick.
To piggyback off Luke, it was big, 75 years. It was big to see everybody in the crowd, alum, come back and show support. So I know in a few years we'll be doing the same thing. So I think it was big for us today to come out with a win.
Your return today, just what you can say about getting back onto the court and the tenacity that you had, especially on the glass, and just the way that you rebounded offensively and defensively.
I just wanted to go into the game to do whatever I had to help my team win, whether that was, not scoring and getting 10 rebounds or, just contributing in any type of way I can when I'm healthy. Whenever my body can go, I'm going to go for my teammates. So,
Luke, for you, 23 points to match your jersey, couple dunks, some shots there, and obviously down the stretch, I know you want to make all your free throws. Heard you come to the sideline there about that one that you missed. Just what you can say about your play today.
No, I mean, credit to a lot of these guys. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, they're the ones giving me the shots. It's not like I'm dribbling up the court. It's a lot of my stuff's catch and shoot, just kind of catch and rip. So I mean, it's all my teammates putting me in the right spots, and today was just an awesome team win. I think every single guy had a pretty big moment in today's win, especially down the stretch. I mean, a lot of really big plays. So I mean, it was a lot of fun today. It was a lot of fun to be in the game.
You have a unique connection at Division I because you were at Siena, then Bryant, then came here in Division II, went back to Division I. Just what this whole experience has been when you look back on your journey, what it's like to be a part of this specific program, knowing that you were picked last and you're in the top 3 right now in the NEC.
Yeah, absolutely. I think to your point, I mean, preseason poll we were last, and I get that a lot of that comes from the Division II team that comes to Division I, but I mean, we don't forget that. I mean, that's something we talk about quite a bit, and so every single day, it doesn't matter who we're playing. Like a win, we're better than a lot of these coaches project us to be. So I mean, just kind of continuing with that chip on our shoulder, and making sure that every single game, like we understand that like a lot of teams don't really expect anything from us, and it's just kind of keeping that chip on our shoulder in the playoff here, and especially winning the next 2 games. I mean, we got a really important stretch coming up.
Derrick, for you to see how this team has developed this season and just what you've done in Division I to be in the postseason, you're going to be there. You're in the top 3 in the NEC. You have the opportunity to finish with an above 500 record. Just what this entire road has been.
It means a lot. This whole season was a season of runs. Obviously we learned day by day how to get better with each other as a group. I feel like, now that we look back at it, it's went by fast. So, I feel like it's still room to get better, until the 4-game stretch. So we'll go from there.
Luke, for you, this was a game where you were taking you were able to get a lot of shots off, but you're also able to pass the ball really well. You had like 6 assists, 5 assists today. What did you see from the defense that kind of just made your life, maybe not easy, but made you have a successful day?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, a lot of the assists came from a lot of like drives and post catches, and we knew going into this game that if you were they collapse a lot. So we knew that if we got 2 feet in the paint or, in some of the post situations, anytime there's a double, I mean, my teammates can knock down shots. I mean, that's one thing that this team does at a really high level. We shoot the ball really well. And I mean, they make my life easy. I think you said it, perfectly like that. I mean, it's easy to catch the ball, find someone else, and just throw it to them. I mean, I didn't really have to do a whole bunch. So credit to my teammates knocking down shots.
Game's going down the stretch, and you guys hold Stonehill on a pretty long scoring drought after your long scoring drought. What was the ability to kind of stay focused on the defensive end when shots weren't falling?
Just kind of stay connected. We knew. We didn't want to change anything at that point. What we did to start the run and early in the first half, and we kind of got away from it a little bit in the second half, and that's us. We got to make sure that we keep the foot on the gas the whole time, the whole 40 minutes. So especially in the last 5 minutes, we just kind of locked back in and just kind of did what got us the lead in the first place. So.
Yeah, the piggyback off he said, I feel like we came out on the runs, punch first. Obviously they came back. Well, we just stayed together and, like Coach said, finished the game. So that's what we had to do.
4 games left in the regular season. How do you evaluate where this team is at right now with respect to getting ready for a postseason push?
Yeah, just 1 game at a time right now. No, we can't really take any game lightly. I think we saw the games Thursday. I think 3 of the 4 went into overtime, and all of them were 1-possession games if it did. So it doesn't matter who you're playing and where they are in standings. You have to get out there and get a win. And more importantly, our fate's in our own hands here. We have a chance to do something really special and put ourselves in a really good spot come postseason. and as I don't know if Coach said in here, but just kind of compete for that home playoff game. I